Hello, how are you? My name is Aisha, and today I'd like to speak to you guys about the Vatican okaying the COVID vaccine, even if the research involves fetal tissue. So, basically, aborted fetuses. This article is from NPR. The heading is Vatican okays receiving COVID-19 vaccines, even if research involved fetal tissue. So, this article is from December 21st, 2020. Today is December 23rd, 2020. So, I will start reading this article. It's pretty wrong, but we'll get down to the bottom of it. The Vatican says that it is morally acceptable to receive a vaccination for COVID-19, even if the vaccine's research or production involved using cell lines derived from aborted fetuses, given the grave danger of the pandemic. The Congregation for the Doctrine of the Faith, the Vatican office charged with promoting and defending church morals and traditions, said in a document released Monday that when ethically irreproachable COVID-19 vaccines are not available, it is morally acceptable to receive COVID-19 vaccines that have used cell lines from aborted fetuses in their research and production process. Pope Francis approved the text on Thursday, Vatican News reported. The statement said that all vaccinations recognized as clinically safe and effective can be used in good conscience with the certain knowledge that the use of such vaccines does not constitute formal cooperation with the abortion from which the cells used in production of the vaccines derive. It should be emphasized, however, that the morally licit use of these types of vaccines in the particular conditions that make it so does not in itself constitute a legitimation, even indirect, of the practice of abortion, and necessarily assumes the opposition to this practice by those who make use of these vaccines. The U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops released its own statement this week, which said, in view of the gravity of the current pandemic and the lack of availability of alternative vaccines, the reason to accept the new COVID-19 vaccine from Pfizer and Moderna are sufficiently serious to justify their use, as it is deemed these vaccines' connections to abortion very remote. The U.S. conference said that receiving one of the vaccines ought to be understood as an act of charity towards the other members of our community and considered an act of love of our neighbor and part of our moral responsibility for the common good. Does this sound crazy? It sounds crazier and crazier as I read. NPR reached out to Pfizer, Moderna, and AstraZeneca for comment, but did not receive a reply by the time of this publication. The Vatican statement did not cite by name any COVID-19 vaccines now in use or development. Cells derived from elective abortions have been used in the manufacture of vaccines since the 1960s. Let me repeat that for you so you can understand exactly what I said, so there was no misunderstandings. Cells derived from elective abortions have been used in the manufacture of vaccines since the 1960s. Science magazine reported, including current vaccines against rubella, chickenpox, hepatitis A, and shingles. They have also been used to make approved drugs against diseases including hemophilia, rheumatoid arthritis, and cystic fibrosis. Okay, so let me get into my commentary. So basically, all these religious institutions wants to deem somebody a devil, a horrible person. God doesn't love you if you have an abortion, or, the religion doesn't love you if you have an abortion. But it's completely okay for you to use somebody's aborted fetal tissue in a vaccine. It's wrong for you to have an abortion, but it's not wrong for them to use the aborted cell tissues to help other people or for the greater good. Do you realize just how sick this world is that we are living in? I am not here to tell you what to do with your body, because at the end of the day, you have to deal with the things that you do. The things that you put out, you have to deal with. But the simple fact that they put aborted cell tissues in your vaccines and have been doing it since the 1960s should tell you just how sick and devious these demons are. Nobody has ever let you know what was going on in those vaccines. And now everybody wants to let you know all the information. Let's give you all the details, knowing that we have been vaccinating ourselves this long, knowing that they take a baby fresh out of the womb and vaccinate it. You don't know what's in that vaccine, but you trust these people in these white lab jackets. This is absolutely disgusting. Once again, I am not judging anyone for what they have done with their body. I am solely judging the people that love to take cells and blood and sacrifices from other people and put it into us unknowing people. This is disgusting. I feel like that tells you a lot about the Catholic Church. I won't get into it. I won't disrespect these people, but just think about it. It was a running joke when I was a young child in the 90s. I'm pretty sure you all heard it, how we all used to make jokes about, oh, don't take your kids to the Catholic Church. They hurting everybody. They molesting everybody. It's funny how it was a joke, but it was real. The whole time it was real. So now these same people that try to tell you to have morals, values, try to tell you how to be a stand-up citizen, now okays it for you to take a vaccine that has aborted fetus and aborted cell linings in the vaccine. And this is all for the greater good. This world's full of demons. That's all I can say. I hope God has mercy on all of our souls. What we're doing right now is not right. I have no other words for it. I thank you for listening. Have a wonderful day. Bye.